but still, the camera starts and it'll start flashing a little temperature gauge inside. Once that happens, you know, you cut, turn the camera off, pull the eyepiece off, because
put it on ice or what?
No, ice no, but this camera
on the rock.
LCD creates a lot of heat, and this keeps it focused in there. So pull the eyepiece off. I was also pulling the battery. Just to let some air in. I put it in the car. I put it in the shade. We made sure that we had an umbrella with us the whole time. Boban, can you close that? I am just getting nailed. Boban, our sound man. So that's another aspect, heat. What is another thing that we have to overcome with this camera? Okay, this camera has sound actually. There's a little tiny speaker right here, and it works really good for what they call that? Scratch track. It's like you can hear the cameraman, you can hear the dialogue, so the editor can sync the two things together. And I don't know.
But it's bad sound, right?
This sound is great for your birthday party.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It works really good for your kid's birthday party. But on a professional set...
I may need to talk to him.
I mean, I'm a cameraman, and I know that good sound is more important than good picture.
That's exactly.
You can have bad picture. Audiences will put up with bad picture. That's how I stay employed. But they will not put up with bad sound. If you have bad sound,
so divine.
They're just like, I'm out of here.
This is our guy, you know? Right? That's nice.
And that's a cameraman saying that, right? Yeah. So you got to make sure that your sound is... Don't go out without a sound.
Well, the thing about pictures is that they can be original partially, but a lot of the pictures are leaning on other pictures. We've seen them. Our eyes are trained with a ton of pictures. Sound is always original.
That's true.
In the way it's composed, because it's from the moment and nothing else.
Yeah.
You know, we cannot. There's not even a soundboard that you can go. Oh, it's just like. What was that again? This completely unique, and with this whole idea today, where we really want to become more real, real, or at least in touch with it now and then, the illusion of real, the sound, and also sound goes straight to the heart. Pictures don't necessarily go to the heart, you know.
I think maybe also I never thought about it before, but it's true. What Recker is saying is that for me, the way I interpret it is that when you hear sound, you always hear it the same. You know, you always, when you see pictures, there's so many different, there's black and white, there's sepia, there's color, there's long lens, there's wide lens.
Right.
There's so many different pictures that you're always seeing, even with your eyes, all these different landscapes and things. But it always sounds at the same level. It's not like sometimes it's louder or lower.
But the depth in sound, let's say, put it that way, is totally different every time. And the composition of all sound is completely unique. Because you can never put it together that way.
That's true.
Of course, you can fuck around with it a lot. You know, that's the other side. No, that's right.
The point being, concentrate on your sound. Don't think I gotta be all camera.
For a director, they should realize how important sound is, because sound has been growing faster because iTunes, the music industry has been growing, has become more manipulative and more sophisticated. Over the last 10 or 20 years, and the pictures are now, we're catching up, but sound is the heart.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. I don't care what film you make, but...
What other technical things? One thing about this camera, right, it's recording on this card. We have SanDisk Extreme, it's a 16 gigabyte card, and the speed of it is 60 megabytes. So you want to have a fast enough card to record, so you don't have dropouts, or it doesn't get too hot, it doesn't shut down. So 60 megabytes, a 16 gigabyte card, and it has to be a UDMA also, right? Goes in here. One aspect of this camera is it will only roll for 12 minutes. So if you're doing a really long take, like in film, 1,000-foot of film is 11 minutes. So it's like having a 1,000-foot mag. But like, old school, like Hitchcock, they would do these 7 and 11 minute takes. Quentin did like a steady cam, 11 minutes. So or if you're doing a long interview in a documentary, as soon as the person you're with, the interviewer, asks the question, cut the camera and then roll again immediately, so that you're not somewhere where the person that you're interviewing suddenly gets cut off because the camera cuts off. So you only have 12 minutes. One example that we did is that we mounted the camera on a car, on the side of the car, and Rutger and the actress Ella June, they drove off to do the scene. We had to tell them, you know, you only have 12 minutes here. You have to, you know, don't drive for 20 minutes because the director is going to lose the scene. And, you know, we would get everything set. I would roll at the very last minute, the very last second. The car was set in the right position. You know, everybody was totally ready. Okay, roll camera, we do the slate, and they would take off to get the maximum amount of time. In documentary, that's a little bit more important about the interviews.
Do you think this is like a safety of some sort, or is it just
no,
like...
it's just the limits of the camera. It's about how much it can only handle so much file size. So I'm sure next year this thing will be... You can roll as long as you want, and it'll be uncompressed.
But they built this camera, not realizing that the film part, let's say the film part, was going to be
as big
you know, something.
It was, It was something for, you know, news journalists so that they could put it on the web. And next thing you know, a couple of filmmakers were like, "Hello, they're comparing this camera with the Red, not with the X3, not with the HVX 200, because the sensor is just a little bit smaller than the Red."
But the red camera is what, 20? What is the
red camera? Full package. I have one. It came in around 60 with all the accessories. The body itself is about 17, but it's just a huge pig. We couldn't bring it on this job. You need a technician and whatnot. This one, people don't even know you're. Here's a little piece of tape on here. It says 60 FPS. This means 60 frames per second. This camera not only shoots in 24 and 25 for Europe for TV, it also shoots slow motion, which is a fantastic thing. So it either shoots at 50 frames per second, which is for PAL in Europe, which you guys will probably be doing, or it shoots at 60 NTSC, which is in the States. But you can't really tell that you're shooting in 60. So I keep a piece of tape here, and I throw it up here, and it's yellow because it's bright, so that I know, oh man, I'm at 60, I need to change that.
Right.
So I go back in and I put it at 24, because sometimes I shoot something in slow motion, like B-roll, it's really beautiful, wind is blowing something. Right. But for dialogue, if I shoot at 60,
because it's
just not going to sync.
It's going to sound funny.
Yeah, it's half the time. No, actually, I don't think it does on this. And it records sound, which is weird also. Usually in high speed, on the video cameras, it never records sound.
Oh, interesting.
And there's no meters in this camera. There is a plug to put sound in here, but it's just a regular plug. And I mounted a mic up here one time and did this job, and right here, because it doesn't have like a locking pin in it or a little screw in there or anything, it came out how much? Just enough for it to stop connecting to the mic. Right. Just enough to not have sound. Right. I had no idea. I was handling the camera and I knocked it out. That was the first time I did it, the last time I did it.
How long have you been working with this camera?
I was like the first person to get this camera in Los Angeles, and we did the first
how long ago?
Video to film. 2 months, 3 months.
Really?
Read the manual.
Now, can I ask you a question?
That's it. Read the manual. That's my biggest tip ever, is have the camera in your hand and read the manual and then do it.
It's always this. It never hurts.
Nobody ever reads the manual. It's unbelievable.
I know.
There are so many cool little shortcuts and tricks to make your tool work for you.
One thing about video, and even the shittiest video camera, what I love is you can make a contract, basically. You know, where you say, do you allow me to show this film to the students that I think are worthy of it, okay? And if you say yes, I have a deal. And you can fucking sue me over it.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you this piece. I'll send it to you. I'll get it to you somehow so you have it. But fucking thank you.
You're not done yet. I have a couple more things.
Great.
We have more technical sides.
Okay, bonus.
Oh my God, there's a camera on Gallo.
What is there was one other thing I wanted to tell you about the camera, about things that you had to look out for. It was 12 minutes, it was the focus, it was the overheating. Guys, the stabilizer. This camera does not have, like most video cameras, they have an image stabilizer. It's like a gyro in there. This camera does not. So when you do handheld, I mean, it looks okay in the eyepiece because the eyepiece is very small. But when you see it a little bit bigger, it has this little like shake to it, you know, that just comes from breathing. Now there is something in Final Cut Pro called Smooth Cam. I think they put it in Final Cut Pro 6. Look for it. Anytime your camera's a little bit jerky, you can apply this effect called Smooth Cam, and it does help to smooth the whole thing out.
What is it based on? Airbags or what?
It's software based on
really? Okay.
Stabilization.
Okay. Oof. That's
so
mind-blowing, huh?
This camera was a game changer. It came out last year, and it's working in Hollywood a lot, more than people know. It's doing a lot of CGI, people are putting 5 of these in and going to Russia, as a matter of fact, and shooting all these plates from all these different angles. And there's a company in Hollywood that's creating a huge library of backgrounds for CGI. I have to talk about lighting to the production designer.
Okay.
How do you say thank you in Russian?
Спасибо.
Which one?
Спасибо.
Spasiba.
Gallo, because it's a form.